Hey guys, it's Marshall from Going Gear, and today we're going to take a look at the JETBeam PC25. Pretty cool light. A lot of companies, or not a lot of companies, but a few companies are starting to do the dual switch design on their lights, and this is one of them. It's one of the better implementations of it, so we'll open it up and show you what you got on the inside. User manual, warranty information, accessory stuff, so you have a lanyard, spare O-rings, spare boot cover if you want that, silica gel. JETBeam's been putting this in all their lights recently, so you may have a couple of silica gels packets to throw away and do not eat. Alright, here's the holster, another thing of silica gel, and here's the light itself. I opened this one up earlier. I think that silica gel, the smaller one, was actually from inside the light because they started putting them inside the light as well. So that may be where that's from. Alright, let's open this up and show you what you got on the inside. There's the switch itself, and there's a secondary switch, and we'll show you how those operate here in just a second. Got that CREE XM-L LED in there, and since this is a relatively small light for that XM-L LED, you've got an orange peel reflector and that big LED, relatively small light. It's going to be more of a flood kind of light, so it's going to light up everything in front of you. Not going to get huge distances out of this, although you still will get better throw than a lot of lights on the market. This isn't going to do like if this light had an XPG. Alright, so we're going to throw a couple batteries in here. Got these Surefire CR123s. The light will also take an 18650 if you prefer that. And this anti-roll ring, you can take that off if you don't want that on there. But it's either anti-roll or like a combat grip kind of thing. You can take that off if you don't want it on there. Alright, so let's screw the tail cap back on. Slide that out of the way, and then actually people always ask to see the holster, so we'll throw the light in the holster real quick. Show you how that works. Got a nice secure closure on top. Got this Velcro on the back, so you can attach it to your belt, your pack, however else you want. And a big attachment point here. Hang it off a lanyard, however else you want to do it. Alright, so operation of the light. Like I said, you have two switches. Main one on the back, lightly press it. You have your momentary. Click it all the way for constant on. And as long as you're just using that switch in the back, same mode. It's not going to switch modes on you. If you do want to switch modes, what you're going to do is when you have it turned on, hit that switch on the side, and it'll switch between your different outputs. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different outputs you can choose between. And it has a memory, so if I leave it in the lowest one, it'll stay in that lowest one. Now if you want to access strobe when you have it turned on, just press and hold and it'll go into the strobe. Now this is, they say random strobe before. This one's even more random than JETBeam used to be, and I didn't think it was very effective, but let me tell you, it's pretty effective. This is one of the more disorienting strobes that I've seen. It doesn't really give your eyes or your brain a chance to really adjust to what it's doing. It's pretty bad, which of course is the point of it. You also have access to that from off, so if you hit that side switch from off, you can see you have momentary access to the strobe just as long as you're holding it down. Just let go and it'll stop. So light press, you get your momentary, hit the side switch, switch between the modes, and then press and hold for your strobe. And it does have memory of whatever you left it on, including the strobe. And then from off, hit that and you have your momentary strobe. Alright, so that's the operation of the light. We're going to go ahead and take the JETBeam PC25 outside. We'll show you how it does outside. Alright, we're outside with that PC25. Got the big 4D mag light that I always compare it to. So let's give that mag light a shot first. See how it does. There's a little bush, 15 feet. Tree out there at 100 feet. Zoom in on that. Does a pretty terrible job of lighting stuff up, same as normal. Alright, let's try out the PC25, see how it does. You see a ton more light coming out of it. Higher quality light, more light, just everything about it's better. Shine it around a little bit. Let's zoom in on the tree. I mean, I'm sure you could tell from the distance, but you can see zooming up 100 feet, absolutely no problem. Further distances are no problem either. You can go up to 100 yards, maybe even a little bit further with this guy. Definitely not made for super long range, but you can see at closer distances, medium range distances, it does really, really well. And we'll cycle through the different outputs just so you can see them real quick. There's the low one. Show you the ground in front of me. Actually does pretty well. There's the second up. And still actually does pretty decent. Even at that 100 feet, lights stuff up pretty well. There's the third one, does great even at 100 feet, and the highest one, of course, lights up the whole backyard. Even just the spill alone will shine the light up. But you can see down here in the lower parts of the yard, just the spill lights up everything really well. And then, just so you can be annoyed, there's the strobe. I'll take it back out of that. Alright, so we got the longer distance shot with my house and that pine tree in the front yard. There's the mag light. House is about 50 yards. Tree in the front yard at 100 yards. It definitely cannot make it out to 100 yards. 50 yards it does okay. Alright, let's try out the PC25, see how it does. House, 50 yards, no problem. Tree in the front yard at 100 yards, even though this is not meant to be a distance light, you can see it actually does not too bad. You can see all the details pretty well on the pine tree, and that's at 100 yards. You can see lights up a really wide area. So that's what I really like about these XML LEDs, is you get some pretty decent distances, and it'll light up a nice wide area at once. So there you go. That is the JETBeam PC25. If you like it, you can get it from us at goinggear.com. If you like the video, be sure to subscribe. We do stuff like this all the time. And if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us in the comments or at goinggear.com.